Miss Ford, I have a question. You hear from Tupac lately?
My addiction is not one of the cool addictions like sex addiction.
You are nothing but an illegitimate bastard.
So I was working as a supervisor at a summer camp one summer, and there are about a handful of things you never want to hear from a camper. And I would put this, if it's not at the top of the list, it's like second or third minimum. So I was standing around eating at the head table one day and see this kid just kind of pacing back and forth, walking by the table. He like takes a step towards me. He's like, I don't think I want to do that. He keeps doing it, and finally I'm like, Tommy, what do you need, Tommy? I'm right here. You can come talk to me. He's like, there's some guys in my cabin, and they're doing this thing. It's like they get in a group, and he just keeps going on. I'm like, okay, I got no idea what you're talking about. Like, you can do anything in a group. Like, is it bad? Like, do you not want to tell me? He's like, I think they're, what? That was mumbling. What? Like, come on, out with it. I think they're hooked on, Tommy, man. Like, come on, I've known you for years. What do you got? I think they're hooked on masturbating. I did not want you to tell me that, Tommy. Because now I have to deal with this. Why? So many questions at this point. Why would you tell me this? Why would they do this? Why did you know about this? Why is this public information? So I assured Tommy I was going to take care of this. I said, Tommy, go back. I got this. Do not tell anybody that I know this. So I'm racing through my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to probably take this up the ladder, like take this to directors. And in my mind, I'm like, there's no possible way I want to tell a parent what he just told me. So I'm like, there's got to be another way. Like, I can't tell anybody else above me because then I'm going to get wrapped in these conversations that are just, yeah. So I devised a plan. So first I did a little digging, obviously. Like, what is he talking about? Like, is this happening? Is this true? Apparently it's true. There was races going on. With a guard that would yell Baba Ganoush if someone was coming. So I confronted all the kids, and I got them in a group, and they didn't know what was coming. They didn't know I knew. And I was like, guys. And I'm trying to scare them at this point. And I'd gone through all the options, like who do I tell, what do I do? So I'd come up with a plan. Like, this was the best plan. This is my best option. So I got them all, and I got, guys, I know. And they're like, what do you know? Baba Ganoush. I know. And we are not going to go through the host of reasons why this is just horribly inappropriate at a summer camp with all the boys. And I am not going to personally tell your parents. And they're, yes, you are. I said, I will be back in 2 hours. I want a letter to each of your parents written explaining what you did and why it's inappropriate and why it will never happen again. And this was, to me, I had him here. I had him. I'd scared him. I went away. There was no way I was mailing these letters. There was just, I did not want to deal with a parent phone call about any of this. And I go and I grab these letters from them, and they're just trembling. Like, one kid just did not want to let go, just gripping it. I'm like, give me the letter. And I hold them. I say, okay, I'm not going to mail these. Oh, the relief on their backs. They're like, but if you so much as like tie your shoe wrong, like, we're talking like, you better like feed your other cabin mates at the table before you start eating. Like, you're not crossing the line here. And all of them were there's 4 guys, and 3 of them were so apologetic. And Jim, this one kid, Jim's just like, yeah, whatever. So as any mature 23-year-old would do, I ran back to my room and tore open the letters and just started reading. Like, what would you tell your mom? I couldn't even figure out. And the first 3 letters were just, Oh my gosh, just heart-wrenching. Like, I knew what they had done, and I got done with some of those letters, and I was like, what? I don't understand. And then I got to Jim's letter. So Jim was the kid when you're 14 that like you want to hang out with Jim because he's kind of edgy and pushes the limits. But when you're a counselor, like he never does anything bad enough to warrant big trouble, but he's just kind of always pushing the envelope, always kind of there. And I get a Jim's letter, and I'm just taken aback by its brevity. I'm like, this is a lot shorter. Dear Mom, I got caught masturbating. If it's any consolation, I used sunscreen and it burned. Thank you.
That's Rhett Smith.